Hello everyone, welcome to the online session of Manu Law classes. My name is Brijesh and I am the English faculty at Manu Law classes. In today's session, we are going to talk about some questions of the month. Before we proceed any further, our admissions for 1 year and 2 year program is open. You can reach out to us by logging on to www.lawinterestindia.com and you can also call us at 9971444054. You can also avail our 15 days free trial program. To do that, you can find the link in the description below. You can fill the form and you are set. What do you get in free trial program? These are the things that you basically get in our free program. So you can call us today and book your free trial. All right. So before we plunge into our today's session, let us talk about reading comprehension that we every time do. Students, you know very well that reading comprehension is not a cup of tea for everybody. Some students are very good at it because they practice hard. All you need is practice, practice and practice. क्योंकि इसका कोई shortcut है ही नहीं. And that is why CLAT has incorporated this kind of questions from the very beginning. So I can assume that for LA, for LR, for maths and for GK, they have introduced reading comprehension. But don't you think that for reading comprehension, CLAT, ALET, they have preferred it from the very beginning? So what is new here? Yes, there is something new that you need to learn in this exam, which is introduction to grammar in passage form. Okay. Previously, only question with regards to passage were asked. Somehow they also asked word meaning as well. But what happened when new CLAT, that is CLAT 2.0, was introduced in 2020? They started incorporating questions. They are based on grammar also. So let's say they will show you a passage and there will be a sentence that is either grammatically incorrect, or they would ask you to fill some preposition in that. They would ask you to improve the sentence. So all the grammar topics that can be incorporated in reading comprehension are likely to be a questions. Okay, so let us learn this art by solving a reading comprehension passage. So what do we see on our screen? That is a passage of around 300 words. Okay, so हम क्या करने जा रहे हैं? What are we going to do in today's session? We basically would go through each and every word that I every time urge you. Why do you think I come up with a passage every month? Don't you think it is like repetition of classes? No. Sometimes you need practice and practice and practice again and again so that you become a master of doing something. Okay. So many students think that, sir, I should read the passage first, then I go to question. It's totally up to you how you want to take it. But according to me, if you read the question first, you tend to think that you will invest a lot of time reading question first, then coming back to the passage and again going to the question. But that will not be the case. I'm telling you. Let's say you have been given a question and you have read the question first, and while reading this passage, that will point in your mind that, yeah, this was the keynote that I noted in the question. So there was a question with regards to this. But let's say you haven't read any question and you started reading a passage from this place to the bottom. You have no idea what kind of questions has been asked. So what you need to do here is you need to read and learn and understand each and every word that has been asked, irrespective of whether question has been asked or not. But let's say you have gone through the question and then you have made some keynote there. You have made some words that are keywords. Okay. And then you are switching to the passage. In that way, you will save time. Let's say there was no question from the first 3 lines. So you will not be wasting your time understanding that thoroughly. Okay. So that is my idea. It varies from person to person. You can go to passage first, then solve the question. But according to me, we should read the question first. So let us follow the same thing and then we will be coming back and read the passage and answer this question. So the first question before you is, which of the following best describes the main idea of the passage? Okay, so what is the keyword? Main idea. What we need to find is that is main idea. So you would ask, sir, how do you find main idea? You cannot find main idea until unless you have studied the passage well, you have understood it thoroughly, and then you have tried to understood what the passage was saying. In these kind of questions, 1, 2, or 3 options can be correct, but we have to find the correct option which emerges all the queries which has been asked in the question. That is the main idea. Next question is, which of the following best describes the author's reason? Always remember, when you are talking about author's reason, not your reason. So you don't have to presume or think out of the box. You have to think what author has said with respect to the passage. For continuing the study of English language. So what do you think author wants? Why does he want the continuation of English language? What are the 2 direct forces that author believes are intimately connected? Okay, so 2 forces. As soon as you find this key term, that is 2 direct forces. So there are 5 examples, which is 5th one is none of the above. It can also be an answer. Make sure. So Hindi and inequality, justice and democracy, education and the opportunities of public service, English and modernization. So when you read this passage, maybe you can assume or presume, you can say, you can have some prior knowledge of yours and then you can answer it. But that is not correct. What passage says, that is the most important thing that you need to do. Okay. Moving on to the next question, which is, what is the position that the author is talking about? So what do you mean by position? There is a literal word, position, that has a meaning. But in this context, you have to understand the contextual meaning of position. ठीक है? So अब इनमें से 4 ऑप्शन आपके सामने दिया गया है. You need to figure out what word defines position, what option is best suited here. Question number 5. From the passage, which word is best suited to dangerous? So this is a vocabulary based question. In this kind of question, you need to know the literal meaning of the word. Okay, so there are 5 options. If you have idea about what do you think is the synonym for dangerous, you can right now click, but make sure that sometimes contextual meaning also play a role. So maybe the exact meaning that you know is not the correct option as per the passage. So what do I suggest here is to go to the passage first, read it well, and then come and mark the answer. So here you can see the passage. Let us read it, what it says. Okay, how a beginner should do, how a person who is just practicing can be called intermediate, what should be his approach, and a person who is already practicing hard and he is at a pro level, I would say, he can just read and answer the question. This passage can be rated as an easy passage, but still there are something that you need to learn. That's why it is here. So what the passage says, all the modern knowledge that we have imbibed. So what do you find it here? Imbibe. Okay, so with these kind of words, we regularly come up with vocabulary session, that is vocabulary booster. You can watch our another videos that you can find in the channel itself. Refer to those videos for vocabulary, so that when you solve the passage, you have great command of vocabularies. Okay, so imbibe and have still imbibe in associated with the English language. Okay, so in first line you found a word. If let's say you do not know the meaning of imbibe, which is inculcate, in other words, you do not know the meaning, how would you be able to understand the passage well? So what is your first duty? Is to accumulate a lot of vocabulary, learn them by heart, read them, understand them contextually, and try to use them while you are doing your daily chores. If the process of modernization is to go on without deteriorating, another good word, into shoddy, okay, imitation, it is necessary to imitate contact with the progressive West, and for this purpose it is necessary to maintain unimpaired the study of English language and literature. No one with a sense of realism would deny the intimate connection between educational incentive and the opportunities offered in the public service. Okay, so with these words, you can find that there were some questions, and I know that is in my mind. When you read, when you solve, you'll also find this thing very easy when you do in that way. So the position that the study of English occupies at present in India is responsible in the most direct sense. तो you might be thinking कि सर easy जो हो, जिसके लिए difficult हो, वो क्या करे? So my suggestion is एक एक वर्ड की हिंदी जानने में क्या बुराई है ना? तो अगर आपको नहीं आता, when you are beginner, what you do, all the modern knowledge, सारे जो आधुनिक knowledge हैं that we have imbibed, जो हमने सीखी है and have still to imbibe, जो हमें सीखनी है, is associated with the English language, वो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज से जुड़ा हुआ है. अगर आप इस तरह से पढ़ते हो, आई गारंटी यू कि किसी भी तरह का डिफिकल्ट पैसेज हो, मॉडरेट पैसेज हो, इजी पैसेज हो, यू विल बी इजीली डूइंग दैट. ओके, आगे बढ़ते हैं पैसेज के. आई होप दिस क्लियर्स द आइडिया हु इज लाइक बिगिनर. मुझे लगता है कि सर कैसे करना चाहिए. दिस शुड बी योर अप्रोच. So for such all-round progress as we have made, if disposition is adversely affected as a result of any policy that we adopt, the consequence will be a distinct deterioration in national progress. Some are unwilling to see it and yield to pull of an emotion which can be roughly described as national pride. Okay, तो देखो हिंदी भाषा जो है वो national pride से जोड़ा जा सकता है, ठीक है. And being a Hindi speaker, having mother tongue as a Hindi is my proud. मैं बहुत ही गर्वान्वित महसूस करता हूँ जब मैं इंग्लिश बोलता हूँ. बट ऑन द अदर हैंड, इंग्लिश इज डिमांड ऑफ द एज. ये एक भाषा है, ये कोई स्टेटस नहीं बताता है. एंड ये हमारी दुर्दशा है, हमारी सोच की दुर्दशा है कि पीपल टेक इंग्लिश एज ए स्टेटस, जो कि नहीं होना चाहिए. इसे एक भाषा की तरह ट्रीट करो एंड उसे सीखो. यू डू नॉट नीड टू थिंक नहीं मुझे इंग्लिश नहीं सीखना चाहिए क्योंकि ये मेरी भाषा नहीं है. डू नॉट हैव दैट टेंडेंसी इन योर माइंड. लर्न इट, ड्रिल इट. क्यों नहीं सीखना है? यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ बेनिफिट आफ्टर लर्निंग इंग्लिश. ओके, सो व्हाई नॉट? इंग्लिश बहुत जरूरी है, ठीक है. हिंदी हमारी मातृभाषा है. वी डू नॉट डिनाई दैट फैक्ट एंड वी रिस्पेक्ट, वी लव टू द utmost ऑफ आवर हार्ट. लेकिन साथ ही साथ हमें इंग्लिश सीखना भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि सारे के सारे जो मॉडर्न एजुकेशन है, मॉडर्न नॉलेज है, वो इंग्लिश के साथ इनकॉर्पोरेटेड है, ठीक है. आगे बढ़ते हैं. So is not just and fair dealing with all the geographically distributed people of the great country as important at least national pride. Okay, here is a question, so you need to think in that way. Okay, so justice is at the root of success, democracy, and it is perilous to see here. There was a perilous and there was two things, justice and democracy. Why do you think I read the question first? So that I keep that keywords that I found in the question in my mind while reading the passage. So while reading the passage, I found that justice and democracy are two things that they were asked, two forces they were asked in the passage. Okay, now the installation of Hindi as the union and interstate all India language, the honor that now belongs to English by reason of the history of the last 150 years, will result in inequality and injustice. Okay, so what we did, we read each and every word thoroughly. For the beginners, I again urge you, आप इसकी हिंदी बनाने की कोशिश करो. क्योंकि क्या होता है, देखो, जब तक आप किसी चीज को, व्हाट इज माई प्रिजम्पशन, व्हाट आई थिंक, कि जब तक आप किसी चीज को अपनी भाषा में, मातृभाषा में ना समझ जाओ, तब तक ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं कुछ कमी है. सो अगर आपके साथ ऐसा केस है, इफ यू आर अ बिगिनर, इफ यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम स्टेट बोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी, स्टेट बोर्ड स्कूल्स, जहाँ पे इंग्लिश को उतनी महत्व ना दी जाती है, वेयर द मीडियम ऑफ कन्वर्सेशन और कम्युनिकेशन इज नॉट इंग्लिश थ्रू आउट द स्कूल, तो आपको प्रॉब्लम होती है. आई नो दैट. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक? अगर आपके साथ ऐसा है कि आप आशा छोड़ दोगे, नहीं. व्हाट यू डू, स्टार्ट डूइंग दिस वे. एक एक वर्ड लो, उसकी हिंदी जानने की कोशिश करो. इट विल टेक नॉट मोर देन अ मंथ. यू विल बी क्वाइट कॉन्फिडेंट कि अब मुझे वर्ड मीनिंग्स आने लगे हैं. एंड एज सुन एज किसी चीज को जब आप जानने लगते हो ना, आपकी इंथुजियाज्म बढ़ती है, आपकी रुचि उसमें बढ़ती है, आपकी इंटरेस्ट उसमें बढ़ते हैं. सो इन दिस वे यू विल बी मास्टरिंग दिस आर्ट. ओके, तो आइए हम अब क्वेश्चंस देखते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या कहता है? Which of the following best describes the main idea of the passage? So I'm leaving it up to you. Write in the comment what is the correct answer. All right. So let us read the options. We have to emulate the West if we want to progress as a modern nation. देखो, एक वर्ड है emulate, है ना? What is the meaning of emulate? अगर आप जानते ही नहीं हो, do you think कि आप इसे आंसर कर पाओगे, है ना? Emulate का मतलब होता है imitate, मतलब नकल करना, काइंड ऑफ imitate. Another is one cannot install Hindi as the central language as we have unequivocally. What do you mean by unequivocally? Why do you think they have written these kind of difficult words? To eliminate you, to confuse you. जो आपका opponent है, शायद opponent in this term can be examiner, जैसा नहीं कहना चाहिए, but still let's say यार they are competitors, वो चाहते हैं आपको eliminate करना, so आपको उन्हें विजयी होना है, ठीक है? So take it as a war, prepare in that way. So one cannot install Hindi as the central language as we have unequivocally associated ourselves with English for the past years. Now our national progress will deteriorate if the study of English is hampered. ठीक है, हमारा जो national progress है वो deteriorate हो जाएगा. So आप देख सकते हो इस तरह के difficult words के लिए भी हम वीडियो बनाते हैं. You can watch our YouTube channel and you can watch our videos that are dedicated to vocabulary boosters, जिसमें हम discuss करते हैं इस तरह के difficult word जो आपकी मदद करेगा आगे भी चीजें समझने में. ठीक है, so deteriorate if the study of English is hampered. Okay, so these are the difficult words that are generally incorporated with your question so that आपको समझ ना पाओ आप आंसर को और क्वेश्चन को, और आप अल्टीमेटली क्वेश्चन गलत करके आओ. और अगर आपने क्वेश्चन गलत किया तो यू नो वेरी वेल हु इज बेनिफिटेड, बेसिकली एग्जामिनर्स, क्योंकि वो आपको आसानी से एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं, है ना. So all the modern knowledge that we have imbibed and have still to imbibe is associated with the English language. तो आपने क्या देखा, almost everything has been mentioned, है ना. यही तो मैंने बोला था, this is what I said, कि जब मेन आइडिया पूछा जाता है so these all options seem correct, सभी सही लगते हैं. So you need to find an option which has all the just on one itself. Okay, so what do you think is the correct answer here? So option B, it contains all the gist of the question. It says one cannot install Hindi as the central language as we have unequivocally associated ourselves with the English for the past year. मतलब जो मेन आइडिया ये है कि हम इंग्लिश को रिप्लेस नहीं कर सकते हैं और हिंदी को हम सेंट्रल लैंग्वेज नहीं बना सकते. क्यों? क्योंकि जो पास्ट ईयर में क्लियरली हमने जिस तरह से इंग्लिश को इम्बाइव किया है, हमने अपने नॉलेज, अपनी ग्रोथ में इंग्लिश का यूज किया है, दैट कैन नॉट बी सब्स्टिट्यूटेड. ओके, सो व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, दैट इज व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग बेस्ट डिस्क्राइब्स द ऑथर्स रीजन फॉर कंटिन्यूइंग द स्टडी ऑफ इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज. अभी हमारे पास 5 ऑप्शन सामने दिए गए हैं जिसमें बेसिकली ये बताना है कि कौन सा रीजन है जो ऑथर ने दिया है कि कंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ इंग्लिश इज नेसेसरी. देखते हैं. द स्टडी ऑफ इंग्लिश इज नेसेसरी इफ द प्रोसेस ऑफ मॉडर्नाइजेशन इज टू कंटिन्यू. ओके, द स्टडी ऑफ इंग्लिश इज नेसेसरी if one is to maintain intimate contact with the West. Okay, the study of English is necessary if one is to maintain national pride. Okay, the study of English is necessary if one is to imbibe modern knowledge. So there are 4 options before you, and 5th is none of the above. So need to find, just giving you a minute, please answer the question in the comment box. All right, so the correct answer here, the study of English is necessary if the process of modernization is to continue. What is the base of my saying this answer is correct? Because this was clearly, explicitly mentioned in the passage कि ये जो है वो सही आंसर है. अगर हमें मॉडर्नाइजेशन को बढ़ाए रखना है, प्रोसेस को बनाए रखना है, तो कंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ इंग्लिश होना चाहिए. ये सब भी आपको लगता होगा कि सही है, बट हियर ऑथर्स रीजन क्या है, नॉट योर रीजन. ठीक है. Question number 3, what are the 2 direct forces that the author believes are intimately connected? ठीक है. So while answering this question, many things can come in your mind, but make sure that what you need to focus is what has been given in the passage. Okay, so while reading the passage, I myself mentioned that justice and democracy is the correct answer here. So B is the correct answer. Okay, other can be true, but B was clearly mentioned. Now, what is the position that the author is talking about? So, position जो है वो क्या बता रहा है यहाँ पे, वो आपको बताना है. So, it says the position of modernity, the position of economic and social progress, the position that English occupies currently in India. Please have a look, comment your answer in the comment box. ऑलराइट, आपको आंसर पता चल गया होगा. सी, द पोजीशन, किसकी पोजीशन, इंग्लिश की, ऑक्यूपाई करता है जो करंटली इन इंडिया में. ठीक है, So I hope this is helping you somehow, क्योंकि एक दिन का गेम नहीं है बच्चों. It takes time. Reading comprehension takes time. From the passage, which word is best suited to dangerous? ठीक है, dangerous का अगर आपको literally मतलब पता है, dangerous मतलब perilous होता है. ठीक है, unimpaired, shoddy मतलब bad made है, जो अच्छी क्वालिटी का नहीं है. ठीक है, impaired मतलब basically होता है जिसकी किसी से तुलना ना हो, मतलब वो अच्छा हो, that is good and all. And then you have adverse मतलब उल्टा. ठीक है, so these were some questions that we discussed in this passage. There were 5 questions and I hope you got the idea what should be your approach. It's all about approach. देखो कभी भी कोई चीज भी आप पढ़ो, I'm telling you, be very enthusiastic. क्योंकि देखो हमारा जो state of mind है, हमारी जो approach है किसी काम को करने में, इस वीडियो को मैं बहुत ही डल भी बना सकता था, like boring, लेकिन it should not be my approach. I should be energetic, I should be enthusiastic so that when you listen to it, आपको लगे कि yes, समझ आ रहा है. ठीक है, so our approach decides how we are going to do things. तो हमें सबसे पहले क्या करना चाहिए, हमारे अप्रोच को देखना चाहिए. हमें ये मन में सोचना चाहिए कि when there is a passage, what comes in mind? Am I afraid? Am I enthusiastic? Am I thinking कि या मैं कुछ नया सीखने जा रहा हूं? तो हमारा अप्रोच क्या होना चाहिए, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. तो अगर आप डर रहे हो ना, तो आपको टाइम लगेगा. डरो नहीं, लड़ो, है ना. यू हैव टू नो द मीनिंग. एज सुन एज यू नो द मीनिंग, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड द पैसेज. ठीक है, विद दिस वर्ड लेट अस गो टू द पार्ट बी, जैसा कि हम हमेशा करते हैं. पार्ट बी जिसमें कुछ एलेट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन हम डालते हैं. ठीक है, सो अभी हम क्वेश्चन ले रहे हैं एलेट 2020 से, जिसमें आपके सामने 3 क्वेश्चन आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस एंड आई वुड लाइक यू टू सी हाउ ग्रामर इज टेस्टेड इन एलेट. क्वेश्चन क्या कह रहा है वो समझते हैं. रिप्लेस द अंडरलाइंड वर्ड्स विद वन ऑफ दीज 2 or 3 वर्ड वर्ब इन एन एप्रोप्रिएट फॉर्म. तो ये किसमें कैटेगरी किया जा सकता है? आपके सामने एक सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन इसमें कहता है, इफ आई टेल यू द सीक्रेट यू मस्ट प्रॉमिस नॉट टू टेल एनीवन एल्स. तो आपके सामने 4 ऑप्शन एलेट ने दे दिया है. ठीक है, सो व्हाट इज योर ड्यूटी, यू नीड टू नो कि इन चारों का मतलब क्या है. ठीक है, एज सुन एज यू नो द मीनिंग, आप बड़े आराम से समझ जाओगे कि कैसे है. तो अब आप क्वेश्चन आपके मन में आएगा कि सर कैसे जाने, हाउ डू आई नो द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस. सो यू हैव सो मेनी सोर्सेस. The coaching you are enrolled at, if you are a student of Manu Law classes, you know very well that we provide curated book which has all the information which is relevant for your exam preparation. So we have a list of phrasal verb in our book incorporated, readily available. If you do not have our kit, you can refer to Google, you can refer to all the kits that you get in your coaching as well. Okay, so if I tell you the secret, what do you want to say here? Replace करना है. किसे replace करना है? Underline word को. Instruction बहुत ही अच्छे से पढ़ना है. जैसा कि अभी कल ही के वीडियो में मुस्तफा सर ने बताया कि कैसे रीडिंग इंस्ट्रक्शन हेल्प यू लॉट. तो बार बार इस इंस्ट्रक्शन को अच्छे से पढ़ो ताकि आप गलत ना करो. ठीक है, सो इफ आई टेल यू द सीक्रेट यू मस्ट प्रॉमिस नॉट टू टेल एनीवन एल्स. सो whosoever knows the answer, please comment in the below comment box. Alright, so to help you here, the correct answer is let it on. बाकी मैं आपको होमवर्क देता हूं कि आप कमेंट में बताओ कि व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ब्रिंग इन दिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ पुट डाउन टू, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ शुट डाउन. ठीक है, ये आपका होमवर्क है. आपको मुझे बताना है कमेंट में बिलो इसका सही मीनिंग क्या होगा. करेक्ट आंसर इज दिस. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, दे आर गोइंग टू सफर अ लॉट ऑफ क्रिटिसिज्म फॉर इंक्रीजिंग बस फेयर्स बाय सो मच. ठीक है, सो सफर करने जा रहे हैं. क्या सफर करने जा रहे हैं? क्रिटिसिज्म को. ठीक है, क्यों? क्योंकि वो बस के फेयर को बढ़ा दिया है. ठीक है, प्लीज आंसर द करेक्ट ऑप्शन हियर. ऑलराइट, द करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज come in for. Okay, so you need to know the literal meaning of come in for. Come in for का मतलब होता है criticism. Okay, so they are going to face criticism. The correct option is C. Now again your homework is to write the correct meaning of put down to, gather up, put up with. देखो हम तो जानते ही है. ठीक है, थोड़ा आप भी एफर्ट कर लो अपने साइड से, है ना. So the last question of this session is, it's best to attribute his bad mood to tiredness and just forget it. Okay, so what do you mean by attribute? First ask yourself कि क्या आपको attribute का मतलब पता है? अगर नहीं पता है, so it is your duty to know the meaning of attribute. Please answer the question. All right, so the correct answer is B, which is put down to. ठीक है, so if you know the meaning of put down to, it will come to attribute. Okay, so it's best to attribute his bad mood to tiredness and just forget it. कभी कभी लोग बहुत थके होते हैं तो बुरा बर्ताव कर देते हैं because they are already exhausted, है ना? So with these session, what do I want you to do? What do we Manu Law classes want you to do? Basically, go through all the questions that have been asked in previous year. Do not take 5 years, take 10 years, है ना? बहुत अच्छे से मेहनत करो बच्चों, क्योंकि आपका मेहनत ही आपकी सफलता को डिसाइड करता है. सी द कंपटीशन लेवल एंड वर्क हार्ड. क्वेश्चन पढ़ो, आंसर पढ़ो, रीड करो, न्यूज़पेपर ज्यादा से ज्यादा पढ़ा करो, जितना हो सके रीड न्यूज़पेपर, है ना? वी विल ऑल्सो कमिंग अप विद अनदर सेशंस ऑन these kind of question, that is question of the month. Refer to our vocabulary videos, जिसमें आपको बहुत सारे vocabulary उसके synonyms के साथ, उसके sentence use के साथ भी डिस्कस किया जाता है. Okay, so all you need is patience, perseverance and enthusiasm for this CLAT preparation. Okay, so with these words I would like to say thank you for watching the video till the last. Make sure that you are subscribing to the channel, liking our videos, sharing the videos to everybody out there who is needy. Thank you so much for watching the video till the last. Thank you.